Well, that happened. To think that I was saying how the special was so predictable, and guess what? Oh, glitch in the magic comes right to me. Power outage at right in the middle of the react. I am so sorry, y'all. I definitely did not expect that. I greatly apologize for that. I just totally unexpected. Did not expect that to happen. But we're back now. About after 20 minutes. Apparently, nature got in where it should not be. Squirrel got in the power grid, and there were some tree limbs on some wires. It wiped out like a good 16 streets of the city, including mine, obviously. So hence that would explain the flickering at first before it just went out completely. So yeah. Again, apologies for that. You never know when life is going to throw you curveballs, and believe me, that was definitely one. So I'm going to try to get back to where I left off. Hopefully, I can. Thankfully, I guess the fortunate thing is that I was at a point that like I remember, because it's like it was that meme moment where that smug Zipp face went viral on the internet, and I was just getting excited explaining that, and then bam, it started happening. So at least I remember where it stopped. Netflix is so far in the dish guy that I got to remember where it's at. It's like 302. Okay. Here we go. Getting the Netflix back up. Wow. Like of all the things. That better not be an omen for this weekend. I'm just saying. that better not be an omen. And because see, I thought that maybe the power grid had gotten overloaded, because it is hot here today. It's the high is supposed to be 90 degrees today here, and so maybe like the grid got overloaded. But all right, let me go back, and maybe it'll pick up where I left off. Hopefully. Okay, good. It's going to pick up where I was. Good. Okay. Thank you, Netflix, for that feature of resuming from where I was. Okay.
So, you gonna read us that story now, or what?
Oh my. Oh my. Hip's seen something.
Right here. So what's the emergency?
Well, everything's really stressy lately. We clearly need a break. And luckily, I know just the place. I planned a surprise for you.
Oh.
Please don't want to be makeovers. Please don't want to be makeovers.
It's makeovers. Of course Pip would do that. And Zip's like, please don't let me makeovers. Because of course that calms the stress going on right now. Oh, Zip just looks so like no.
This is so relaxing and informative. Did you ponies know there are over 1,000 different kinds of hermit crabs? Because I did.
I'm so sorry.
So ticklish. Don't you ponies love it here at Main Melody? Yeah.
Okay, so at least now. Okay, so this is the first time now we're seeing Main Melody, I think, in the CGI style. Of course, we've seen it in Tell Your Tale, but now we're seeing it in the CGI style. So, poor Zipp. She just looks so out of. Speaking of feeling more out of place, Zipp just feels so out of place here. Oh, that look on her face right now. I feel for her. I feel for her so bad in this special. Like I do. Like, I mean, like I said, she was already my favorite already, but like I feel for her in this special. I feel for you.
What's wrong, Sid? Not a fan of main melody?
No, it's awesome. Pip has done a great job here. You really think so? Yeah, I do. And hey, I'm sorry if I haven't been helping out. My mind's just on other things. Like the crystals. Something weird. You worry too much. What happens to those crystals? We'll lose magic again for good.
Oh gosh, this again. I can't say enough. The close up when the animation gets close up, and you see the detail that is being paid. Like, oh, that's so good. Like on Zipp right now. Like the mane, the ears, like everything. Like show the back of her neck. Like, oh my gosh, the detail is just so good in this. Like it is just really, it's really good right now. I just love that about this style. Like, I just love that about it. But no, Zipp's right, and at least okay. And I get it that they already have the sisterly bond between the two, but at least Pip is doing what nobody else has been doing and actually hearing Zipp out. Like Sunny wants to not hear any part of it, which won't explain to anybody what he saw. I think Izzy's just kind of tuning it out because that's just Izzy. But at least Pip is hearing Zipp out with the bond that they have with each other. If anyone would really trust in what Zipp's saying, obviously it's her sister. So that's at least nice to see.
No more flying and you need to chill. Nothing is going to happen.
Or not. As soon as I say that, or not. At least I thought she was hearing her out. Never mind. It's still the same old crap. Sorry, everyone. Still the same old. My bad. I thought that Pip was hearing her out, but no. Stupidity on display.
We've got our friends back. We've got magic back. And we've got music.
Oh my.
At main melody, we sing.
While we style.
Hip, hip, hooray! Story to big sis Zipp.
Karen.
I know you're feeling like there's something wrong. But don't you worry, I have just the song for you.
Oh boy.
So keep those hooks up in this comfy chair. And don't forget about those cares in a minute or two. Yeah, that's what you do. You've got a lot on your feet and that's kind of tragic. But with a little bit of caring and a touch of magic, you'll feel right through.
And you forget what's the trouble in you.
By the way, sorry, Dud. By the way, I don't know if they've ever been said, but do we know the names of these two ponies that are next to Pip? Like, I don't think we've heard their names in either in Tell Your Tale or anything else. I'm just curious, like, 'cause I don't think I've heard either of their names. But again, that's just it's like me not knowing the name of the house earlier, the Bright House. It's like I never heard that name said until now. So I don't know if I've heard the names of these two ponies or not, but I certainly don't remember hearing them. But that's just me. This is a bouncy song, though. I dig this.
You don't get it, do you? We can't just sing a song and ignore everything if we lose magic.
Zipp basically saying what the fandom has been saying for years. We can sing a song and make everything better. No, you can't. No, Zipp, we feel that. We said we're screaming at the TV. Like, no, we totally get it. You can't just sing the troubles away. No, Zipp gets it. Okay, Zipp knows what's going on. Like yeah, she's right. If it goes away, then it's back to what was before. And yeah, just for gosh sakes, hear her out.
We may never get it back again. And it'll be our fault. What is she talking about? Loose magic.
Whose fault?
Are you ponies okay? What happened, Wendy? I don't know. I was just flying along, and the next thing I knew, I was down here on the ground.
Yeah, me too. Because you saw us.
I'm so sorry, every pony. I'm normally such a good flyer. Clearly, she's not. This is what I've been saying. What every pony's been thinking. If Pegasi and unicorns can't be respectful, then they shouldn't be allowed to use their magic in Maritime Bay.
She's right.
Oh boy, here we go again, seeing this predictability from a mile away. Here we go. Posey is our new sprout. She's gonna, convince everybody, oh, magic bad, gotta go back to the way it was, it's like, oh gosh, like seriously, just I don't get it. That fan is, I know that I have, this is gonna bug me because I have the fan on blowing the cool air in, but it's blowing all the other stuff. And I really have, this is the problem with my desk now. I have like very little places to put stuff over here. And it makes it very, I used to have like 2 tiers. Now I don't. And now it's like, now I have nowhere to put some stuff. I'm just going to put it down here for now. I'm just going to set it there, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want the fan just being all up in the face. But here we go. Posey's going to convince everybody, magic bad, magic bad. The status what we used to have was good. Like, come on.
Yeah, no more magic.
It isn't fair. We Earth ponies don't get any magic, and then the ponies that do have it don't even know how to use it. Or they use it to prank us.
Yeah, Posey's right. I agree.
Every pony way, and now they want to ruin our special Earth pony holiday too. That's not true. We want it to be the best day ever.
Well then, Maritime Bay Day should be magic free, like it's always been.
A no fly zone, or we're not coming.
And here we go. Now you're going to see. Yeah, look at those faces. Now you're going to see why you stirred up all this dissension, all this trouble, all this da-da-da-da-da. Now look what you're going to do. Look what you done, Posey. Yeah. Yeah. Blame everything else, and then look what happens. I mean, seriously. Who could not see that coming?
I think I finally know what's happening to magic. Why it's glitching. You do? It's the crystal. They might be powered by ponies.
What?
No! Really? What was your first clue? Ew. No, the crystals might be powered by the ponies themselves. Gee, couldn't we have seen that during the movie, the first movie? Like, really? I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Oh, I don't know. And Zipp's the only one that can figure this out. Okay. What?
Check this out. When we were Phillies, I used to steal Mom's chocolate dipped cherries and blame it on you. I knew it! You got me grounded like 12 times! Yeah. And guess what? I don't like karaoke. It's the worst. Oh. Yeah, you take that back. Karaoke is a fun activity for every age and skill level. Zipp's allowed to like what she likes. Just because we enjoy something doesn't mean she has to.
Sunny, there was no need to get all huffy about it. It was just trying to stand up for Pep.
Don't call me Huffy.
I didn't call you huffy. I said
There you go. See? You see? Dissent and arguing causes the magic to glitch. You see? Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing it now? Trailer shot.
You were right. So when
No joy. That moment of realization when, the one we didn't want to listen to for the entire movie was right about something.
These aren't treating each other with kindness. When we aren't fighting, the crystals get weaker, and the more unstable magic becomes in Equestria, which causes Pegasi to lose their flight and fall on other ponies.
Yep.
And unicorns to drop stuff onto sand castles.
And weather changes. Like a random thunderstorm? Yep.
Yep.
Everything is all out of whack. I wonder if this had anything to do with why the crystals were separated all those years ago. Or why I still can't seem to figure out my alicorn magic. I don't know. I want to find out. But if we want to keep magic in Equestria, first we need to get every pony back on the same page. Zipp's right. We can't give up. We can still make Bay Day the celebration it's supposed to be. A day of friendship and harmony. Yeah! Let's do it! Hoof to heart.
Yes.
It's here! The best is here! The big day is here! The big day is here! Don't worry. I got you. Sunny!
Wait a minute. Random thought. This is just a shot in the dark guess based on what I've seen so far. Zipp's not going to take on her role in Zephyr Heights. She's going to become like this crystal guardian or something. Like she's going to end up with a role, because obviously you don't give Zipp a plot point or an arc of, she's torn between two worlds. I don't feel like I fit in Zephyr Heights with the role that's been assigned to me, but I don't feel like I fit in with Maritime Bay either, because I'm just, my only ability is, I fly, whatever. But the more I see, like, she's just now talking to the crystal saying, don't worry, I got you. Like, I got this. Like, I'm thinking she's going to end up in like some role as like crystal guardian or magic guardian or something of that effect. Like, she's going to end up in a role of some kind, because again, you don't make a story arc around, those where Zipp is so torn between the two and not end up giving her some reward in the end, I think. So I'm thinking that that's what's going to happen. Not, again, this is just a shot in the dark guess, but from what I'm seeing, I'm thinking she's going to end up with something. She has to get some kind of payoff here at the end.
Happy Maritime Bay Day. We don't usually exchange gifts. I know, but just open it.
Aww.
It's the lantern my dad made for me.
Yes.
I thought it was beyond repair. Thank you so much, Izzy. Sometimes when you add a little bit of magic, you can fix anything. You're right. Now let's go add some magic to today and fix this. Oh, look, Pony showed up after all. And there's the queen.
Of course.
Hello, your majesticness. Mom! Happy nursery baby, every pony! Welcome!
So far, so good.
Now we just gotta keep it up. Spoons in the wreath? Yuck. I like the old decorations better. I cannot agree more. Oh.
Nice close up of Izzy there.
Wow. Hey! Pegasus, I have an unfair advantage.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Boss ice cream. Waste not, want not.
Oh boy. Horse hands. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
The glitches. They're getting worse. Are you sure you want to do this? Nothing has gone to plan today. I have to give it my best shot. We still need all the positivity we can get, right? Maybe this will help. My lucky mic. Okay. Yes, we're ready. All right. Showtime! Bring it up, Pip. Not really. Actually, be really careful. Everybody, please welcome pop star Princess Pip Pickles to sing the brand new Maritime Bay Day song. That's my daughter. We want to hear the real Maritime Bay song, sung by an earth pony.
Nice job, everyone.
Hey, big guys! Sheriff's orders! Are you on their side?
There are no signs. We know that magic returning hasn't been easy for every pony. That equestrian is really different, but that's a good thing. It's so much better now that... Oh, no. The magic, it's dying.
Peggy! What is that thing?
It's some sort of voice. Every pony, get back.
Wait, is that Sprout? No, I don't think that's Sprout. It looked like Sprout, but I don't think that was Sprout. Well, see, y'all caused this. Like y'all did this to yourselves. Like, I feel it's like it's that question of, should we feel bad for the Earth ponies in this moment? The fact that they brought this upon themselves. I mean, obviously you don't want a disaster to fall upon you, obviously, but it's like you caused it. Like, you complained about the fact that you didn't want change and that you didn't like the fact that Pegasus and unicorns had magic, and y'all were jealous of it, and y'all, and it's like, yeah, and now you're and now look what becomes of it. The fact that that you can't get along over it. Well, now that means no one can have it. Great job. Great job, y'all. Absolutely wonderful. See? Do you understand now? Do you get it now, Posey? That it's not them? It's the fact that you don't work together.
I do not like this. I do not.
Winnie, no! Come on, Alicorn magic. Work! What's a magic? It's gone. And I'll have to try without it. I'm going in. Not without us. That's it. The magic will come back to us if we work together. Come on, Alicorn. Come on, Pegasus. Help the Earth ponies. It's working. You got this, Sunny. It's too dark in there. Take this.
Oh boy. Nice save. There it goes. There you go. Beautiful.
Sunny?
There you go. There's those vines that Zipp was talking about. Wait. So wait. So the vines meant that Earth ponies were going to get their magic eventually anyway? Okay, I that I didn't see coming. That okay, I'll admit that I did not see coming. That's probably the one thing about this that I did not see coming. I would not have put together that the vines meant that Zipp saw meant that eventually they were going to get it. Earth ponies were going to get their magic eventually anyway. I would not have put that together. Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But then it begs the question, why? Like, and I'm sure we'll get the answer then in the series, but like, it begs the question then, why? Like, not that I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not going to knock the fact that, Earth ponies are magic now. No, I'm not going to knock that. But it's like, it just seems so random. Like, it just seems so out of left field. Like, oh, I saw these vines in the crystal at a completely again random moment, and we couldn't really know what it meant until now this. But it's like how? Like, I don't know. That I'm kind of confused on.
I know. I totally agree with everything you guys are saying. Did you just talk? Did I just understand?
Confirmed. Hitch is the new Fluttershy.
Wow, that's a lot of information. Well, nice to meet you, Kenneth. I'm Hitch.
Power? Earth pony magic? But that's never happened. we work together, maybe we can invent new magic. You're right, Zipp. Actually, you were right about everything. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I should have been a better friend and listened. I was just so focused on hoping magic was okay
Yeah.
that I lost sight of everything else. Can you forgive me? Obviously.
Aww. Aww. Feels, man. Aww. So, wait. They said so it invented itself? So it just came to be, it just invented itself. That still doesn't explain though how Zipp saw it in the crystals, unless the crystals themselves were showing Zipp a vision of what could happen if they work together, if they fix the glitches, if it's like, okay, comparison here. I know it sometimes isn't fair to compare G5 to G4, but comparison here, like the cutie map or tree of harmony being somewhat quote unquote sentient. What if in some way these crystals are somewhat sentient and they can give ponies like Zipp or maybe even any of the main five visions of what could happen? I'm just throwing that out there because that seems to me like the only way that this could be a thing, because Zipp was the only one in that moment. Granted, Zipp was the one paying attention to the crystals at the time because no one else believed her, but she saw the vines, which then, of course, led to the Earth ponies getting their magic. And then they said, well, maybe if we're together, we can invent new magic. I mean, that is a possibility, mind you. But again, I'm just thinking that maybe the crystals in some way, like the tree of harmony or the cutie map, are sentient in some way. I don't know how that is, or if we'll get an answer in the series, but I'm thinking it's got to be, some way that was the case. So I don't know, just throwing that out there as a possibility.
There you are, my hostess. What an ordeal! Gather your things. We need to hit the sky if we're going to make it back to the palace by sundown.
Mom, I'm not with you.
Thank
We
you.
agreed that you were to resume your studies.
My place is here in Maritime Bay with my friends. I just need more time to figure things out.
Thank you. And again, I could probably, that's another plot point that I probably could have seen coming from a mile away. But yeah, clearly she has a place in Maritime Bay. Clearly. Not sure if she's going to get an official title like Crystal Guardian, but she certainly showed it in the movie. Like, she certainly showed that here. So yeah, she definitely found a role in staying here.
Investigate magic. To explore who I am before I take on my royal duty. And
Duty.
you know what? I think who I am is someone who likes figuring things out.
Yes, you certainly are, my little princess investigator.
Mom, would you do me a favor?
Anything, darling.
Would you mind just calling me Zipp for now?
Of course.
Aww.
Zipp.
Aww.
I'm sorry, it's a what?
Oh, here it comes. Ta-da! Ta-da! Hopefully not the spike replacements. Yes, ladies and fillies and gentle colts, this is Sparky. I immediately saw art of this everywhere, even after watching the trailer. So I knew that it was coming. But yeah. So again, I hope that they are not going to build Sparky up to be the spike replacements. I really hope not. But you also notice here and we mentioned this on the soapbox on the last ATDB. Sparky already has wings. Okay, Sparky was born with wings. Most dragons aren't, unless as the soapbox said, he like is one of those creatures that is winged, that is a species of winged dragon born like that from the start. So, or dragons are just becoming more evolved over time. So there's a couple theories on that. Or this, but you can make the comparison again. Why was Flurry Heart born in Alicorn? We never really got an answer to that question, honestly. Like we never got a full-fledged answer to that question ever. So so we all we can do on that is speculate. So that's people gonna be saying, why was Sparky born with wings? Well, I'm sure there's gonna be theories abounding on that, or we'll get an answer in the series. That's gonna be one question left unanswered, or just fueled by speculation.
The dragons haven't been seen in a bush for generations. Adore.
Aww.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say
Sorry.
I'm sorry for the way I acted.
Thank you,
I think
Posey.
I just felt left out.
Left out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Of course.
Pip, would you mind singing your new Maritime Bay song?
I will on one condition. If you'll sing it with me.
Aww. Aww. Very nice.
Those little ponies finally figured out how to stabilize the magic. Took them long enough.
Oh.
And now that they have,
Wait, what? Who? What? Who? Who's the random unicorn? Who? Okay, hang on. Who's that? Okay, this now is going to leave a lot of questions. Yes, questions, please. Who's the random evil-looking shadow villain unicorn? Okay. That I'm sure we're going to get an answer for in the series. But oh boy, we have a shadowy figure in the distance who looks like she up to no good.
it's time to take back what is mine.
Take back what's yours? Okay. Interesting. Again, interesting. Yeah, again, I'm sure we'll get answers for that in the series, but that's something else.
It looks brilliant. You think so? We're so glad you're staying in Maritime Bay, Detective Zipp.
Detective
too.
Zipp.
We have a lot to learn about magic and how it works.
Okay. So that ends up being her title. Detective Zipp. Okay. I mean, like I said, I would have thought she'd been like the guardian of the crystals or something, but no. Okay. I mean, I was just so focused on the fact she was just focused on the crystals only, and she wasn't doing other things. I guess detective never popped into my head. No wonder people are now shipping her with Hitch. No wonder you're getting shipped with Hitch now. Hitch is the sheriff and you're the detective. No wonder I'm seeing that now on the internet. Good grief. I was wondering where the shipping of Zipp and Hitch all of a sudden came from. Well, there's my answer to that question. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it only makes sense. Yeah.
I'm just glad I'll be here to figure it out with my best friends.
Oh.
Well, I definitely still have a lot of questions. Like, why does my alicorn magic disappear?
Yeah. Like, why do I now have the magical power to understand every animal except for this adorable baby dragon?
Ow.
Or where did magic come from? Who made the crystals anyway? And how did they get separated? Why didn't Earth always have magic before?
Well, at least we already know one thing.
Zipp asking the questions that all of us are asking after this movie.
Sure.
What's that?
No matter what lies ahead, we'll face it together.
All right. Well, that is it. So, I mean, okay. Honestly, let me first praise it for what it's good for. I mean, again, I mentioned before at the start that, well, pre-power outage, I mentioned at the start that the animation style was a little bit different from the original movie. Honestly, either you can't tell as much, or in some places even looks better. So honestly, I still like the CGI animation. I still like it. I eventually got past the mouths looking. Although again, at one point that Sonny's teeth were blue. I couldn't look past that. Aside, so the animation itself is not that bad. It's actually still quite good. The main five all play their role in different ways. Obviously, Zipp gets a lot of the screen, the focus on herself, because she's torn between the two spots, and she's trying to find a role for herself. Which I don't mind that, because I think I've liked Zipp from the start, but that's fine. And then she ends up, the payoff is, no, I can't go back to Zephyr Heights yet. I have a place here. I found my place here, and I need to figure things out, which clearly she has a niche for. So that was good. Pip is fine, except again for the fact when at first she still didn't want to listen to her sister, when I thought that she was going to, but at first and then she didn't anyway. But eventually she does her thing, and she's fine. Hitch has his moments in this movie too. He has his moments with of course with the dragon, and with different ways and interactions, and especially with Zipp at times. So he has his moments, and of course Sunny has her different moments throughout, but they're also against some moments of just stupidity where they don't listen to Zipp. Izzy, I'm sorry, like, again, and I mentioned this, like, Izzy to me, like, in this, again, kind of, I don't want to say fully ended up in the background, but like they toned Izzy down a lot from the original movie and from Tell Your Tale. They really scaled her back. She still has that bubbly spirit, personality, but I think they really scaled back her energy kind of a bit. It's not at the level as it was from the original Gen 5 movie or Tell Your Tale. They really scaled it back for this, and I don't know if there was a reasoning for that, or if it was just feedback, complaints. I don't know why, but I felt like she was just a little bit more, I don't want to say subdued, but like, well, maybe I do. It just seemed like it was just scaled back from what she was. Still has that that bubbly personality that we all know that Izzy is, but it was just very much kind of toned down a bit. And I don't think really that's a bad thing, to be honest. Sometimes it can get to, I think, too high a level, kind of like Pony Life level, where it's just too much happening in your face all at once and turning up their dial to 11. And Izzy was already at 11. Like, she was already, up there in the first movie. But I think they've toned it back, maybe like an 8, kind of like, at least, or yeah, I'd say an 8 range, like at least scaled a little bit, even a 7, like scaled it back just a little bit, still keeping her personality intact, but not as much as high energy as she once was. Because even her ta-das was not as like the movie where that was like in your face. It was a little more it was like a little more subdued, just more closer to yourself, not as in your face. So I appreciate that, and I think that's easier to to not be all in your face. So each one of the main five has their moments. They have their good moments. They have their what are you doing moments. It's a nice blend of that. So I think that's good. Obviously the main story of it, the fact that let me mute that just in case the Netflix goes off. The Earth ponies and Posey having their that J word, the jealousy, the predictability of this movie for the majority of it, you can see coming from a mile away. Like, and again, it depends on your perspective and how you view that, as if you think you're going to like the movie or not. If you're someone that likes wild twists and turns and surprises, no, I didn't think that would happen. This really isn't for you until the very end, when that shadowy unicorn comes on the screen, and that's just like, oh, okay, who's this? What's her? Obviously, she's going to be a villain of some sort, but what's that role going to be? What's her backstory? What's the deal? What's the deal with the shadowy figure? You know what I mean? What's her role going to be? So clearly, that's the big question that comes out of all of this. But and Zipp, and again, Zipp asked a lot of the questions that we have as a fandom, like, where did magic come from? Why did they get, which we never got an answer from the first movie. Why were they separated in the first? Why the crystals separated in the first place? How did that happen in the first place? That was the big question after the first movie. Why? And again, Sonny still know, why does their Alcor magic disappear sometimes? Why does it just show up at other times? Why does Hitch now understand every animal except for Sparky? Like, there are so many questions, and I'm sure that hopefully the series will answer for us when it starts up in September. That hopefully it will answer for us. But more importantly, the plot itself, it's fine. Like I get that, but it seems so petty. Like, again, it's almost like the same plot of the movie in a way. Like, we like the status quo. We don't like, old man Chicks Fisted Cloud. We don't like change. We don't like change. And we're jealous of the fact that you have something that we don't have. And again, that's why I made the comment earlier in the react, was like, well, okay, so clearly we know now that with that maybe this has no ties to G4 in terms of like Applejack and Pinkie Pie, because, and Hitch, you made the comment, Earth ponies have never had magic. So apparently we can't call what Applejack and Pinkie Pie even had Earth pony magic. We can't call it that technically. So really it's no longer, it's either not canon or never was canon. So it's just, apparently it's just their own abilities. So again, so a lot of the plot points in this you will see coming from a mile away. Like you will see it. There are a few things that kind of like left me going, why is that happening? Why is that? Like with Zipp acting the way that she was at times, or seeing the vine crystals. Like, I didn't know that would eventually lead to the Earth ponies getting their magic. I had no idea that was going to happen. So there are a few interesting things that make you go, oh, okay, that was surprising. But honestly, there's really not. It's a very predictable plot, and again, it's not a bad idea for a plot, mind you. It's been done numerous times where someone is jealous of something that someone else has, and they don't want to change, and et cetera, et cetera. and eventually something happens because of that, and it led to all this dissent and all this, blaming each other, not working together, was causing the magic to weaken and eventually go away entirely. And it opened up this massive void that Posey and Other Pony fell into. Like, they were in this void, like they were in it, they were gone, and no clue where that void led to. We didn't get to see the end of it because obviously Sonny had to save them, but like we don't know where that would have led them to. But yeah, but the Earth, it pains me to say it, but the Earth ponies brought it upon themselves. Like, the way that they were behaving and acting, and then blaming the Pegasi and the unicorns for everything, they brought it upon themselves. So again, it makes you feel like you want to feel sorry for the Earth ponies, but in a way you really can't, because you know that they caused this problem. So again, that kind of leaves you're like Zipp, you're divided. Like, oh, okay, I want to feel bad for them, but they did kind of cause all this. So, it's kind of like how do you go? But it's like Zipp said, there are no sides. There shouldn't be sides. They need to stay strong and be together to keep the magic going. And eventually they do, and they work together, and it happens. And eventually everyone comes to the realization, hey, we gotta, and now that Earth ponies have magic, now everyone's got it now. There's no reason to feel jealous anymore. Everyone's got it now, and everyone should help out together. And Zipp got a role, which that was nice. I felt, I felt for Zipp throughout the special. I really felt for her. Again, it just emphasized how much she was already my favorite coming into the special, and now more so, even more, because of all that she went through, and I could relate to it. Not trying to fit in, finding your role, finding your niche, and just finding your place, finding your place. So with all that being said, with the characters themselves, with the story, with there really wasn't like, and music wise, the few songs that were in it, okay, but again, in this case, not memorable, not as memorable as the first movie. Obviously, the first movie, all the songs were hits. Like, I've had Glowing Up in my head for days ever since requested. That's so kitschy can't get out of my head. I'll play Glowing Up sometimes when I'm walking in the parking lot coming from work, like to my car. Like, I'll just put it on and I'll jam out to it. Like, I love that song. Fit right in. All the songs in the first movie were golden. This one is not going to really have one in my mind that's memorable. Like, it really, nothing really of the few that were in it, nothing sticks out to me. Is like a Fit Right In or a Glowing Up or even a Gonna Be My Day. It's not going to be anything as memorable. So for what it's worth, this is like, I want to give it a higher score than this, but I feel like if I do, I'm putting it on an elite level, and I don't think it's quite there. It's a solid 7 out of 10. Like, honestly, it's I don't want to give it an 8 because it's not, to me, it's not at an elite level. The predictability to me hurts it a little bit because, again, you see a lot of what's coming, and the trailer really, I think, maybe hurt it in some of that because it did give, I think, some things away. But aside from that, the predictability, the fact the songs aren't memorable, the fact that sometimes the characters not trusting Zipp is just that just hurt me to no end. Some of the animation nitpicks, like that kind of adds up into a 7 out of 10. It's still it's a solid film, but it's not as good as the first movie. Dare I say it might not even be as strong as what I've seen. I've seen stronger stuff in Tell Your Tale than I can say about this movie. Like, honestly, like, and I know that might be a big time knock, but like, for what it's worth, it's a decent film. It's at least a decent jumping off point for the series, but it's not something that I'm gonna like say, oh yeah, that was full-time memorable. It lays at least a decent foundation for what's to come. And yeah, there are still some unanswered questions that we don't know the answers to, and I'm sure that at least some of them we will get answered in the series. The biggest takeaway that obviously I'm going to remember about this is Zipp's arc. Like, is Zipp's story, is Zipp finding her niche and finding her role. That's the biggest thing I'm going to take away. And of course, who that shadowy unicorn was. Like, that's really the two things that I'm left with. Oh, and jealousy is bad. Like, that's the other thing. Don't be jealous of what you don't have. That's the other thing, because eventually you might get it in some random vine showing up way, or we invented a different way of magic, excuse me, because we work together. Like, so don't be jelly. Like, that's the three biggest takeaways. Because Zipp's arc was awesome. Who's the shadowy unicorn? And jealousy is bad. That's really it. That's the three big takeaways. So yeah, it's a solid jump off the diving board into the pool of whatever is to come next, into the pool of suspicion of whatever is to come when the series starts September. But is it something I would rewatch again? No. Unless you really, really wanted to convince me to watch it again, no. It's not going to be something that I'm going to, say, oh yeah, let's watch the Make Your Mark special again. No. Unless you really want me to press me to do it, no. Once for me will probably be enough. I don't really need to see it again. It's not its rewatchability factor, unlike say the first movie again, or even the G4 movie, or even Tell Your Tale. It's not as high. It has its moments, but there's not a lot of memorable moments. Like, it has its meme moments, like the Zipp smug face, but it doesn't have, it doesn't have lasting, long time moments. So yeah, that's the takeaway I've got from the film. So 7 out of 10, decent starting point to see what happens the rest of the way. And obviously the series is something to look forward to. So yeah, that's the three biggest things. Zipp's story, the shadowy unicorn, maybe four things. Zipp's story, the shadowy unicorn. Oh, and I don't want to forget my third thing. Oh, well, then Hitch's ability to talk to animals with the dragons. That's the other thing. So yeah, that's the things I'm going to take away the most from this. Yeah. So thanks to all who popped in. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulty due to the power outage that happened during the first part of the React. Again, I definitely did not expect that. But yeah, that happened. So yeah, thanks to all. So decent starting point, but we'll see what happens with the series. So take care, and hopefully I'll see some of you this weekend at Winnie City in Schaumburg. Take care, y'all.